I mean, just coming in here is like massive reunion feeling. So many old friends that I haven't seen in person for quite some time, for various reasons, right? So it's really a super amazing feeling to see old friends, old colleagues. And then the different talks that sort of went on in the morning, they really built nicely on top of each other. Kind of our talk really laid like a nice foundation. So I couldn't have asked for a better prep kind of line up. So I enjoyed that. And yeah, would have been maybe nice with a bit of a pause, but I think the setting is really nice. Like it feels very simple and sort of the right scene for the topic as well. So I can't wait to hang out with everybody and discuss and share, and so it's fine. When you think about design for good, it feels like it's something in add-on that you do, like, we also need to do some good. I think what we are seeing is that that word courage sort of really resonates with people, that there is something bold we need to do that might be uncomfortable. And I like that everybody has taken a very personal stance on that. Like, what would I do? So it's not like what somebody else ought to do, but at the same time, the opportunity for service design is to impact everybody and scale it. It's not going to be enough to just do one thing. And I really feel that we have the power to show, or maybe not even show, but allow people to see what possible futures could be and share examples. And I think this community is really good for that. I mean, because it's grounding in academia to kind of build the skills that are needed, service that needs to step up and get real on sustainability. But also the sharing culture that we have, I think that's going to be an incredible catalyst to kind of know what good examples already exist, to know what methods work. I think this network is very strong in that. And I think it's also in the past been very good at connecting with others. So we're not in this bubble of service designers talking to service designers, but really reaching out and bringing other people into the movement. For me, SDN is a community. So over the years, I've tried to do whatever I can to be helpful in that community by organizing conferences or being in the accreditation committee. I think a community always works when everybody is doing their bit. So it's really nice to be able to do that. And I think aside from being a community or a network in its own right, to me these moments like the conference is where you have actually a chance to reflect and check in both with yourself and see what everybody else is thinking. You can call the bullshit, you can see what is obvious, and you can see the sort of signals. And I think in the past conferences that has helped me a lot to calibrate and make the next move and be confident and also find other people to drive this with. So I think the conference is sort of the pulse of the network. So it's great that it's back. And I hope that the people at home also have a good experience. That's going to be interesting to see. I think there's more we can do to make the hybrid really hybrid, not there are some people in the shadow that you don't see. So I think that would be good for next time to push a bit further. In essence, McKinsey Design is a new movement within McKinsey. We are now 5 years old, and I think Veriday was a very engaged member of SDN for at least 5 years before that. So I think it's really interesting to see the difference of being a design company versus being a design muscle in a larger organization. And I think we really want to inspire organizations, whether it's private or public, to create value, to find the sweet spot that we talked about inclusive and sustainable growth. And I think the service design community is a super important part of that. often if you do something really interesting, you end up being a pioneer, and that can be lonely, right? I know a lot of people that work inside organizations that feel like, constantly need to convince people, and it's difficult to find the energy and build up that momentum if you're the prophet on your own land. And I think the network is a great way to get case studies, to get examples, to connect with people from other companies, to share that. And of course that extends then to academia and other players, that together we are stronger. And I think at the event it becomes very tangible, right? That there's so many amazing people doing great stuff. So if we can, do that together, there's a lot. Very few things that we can't do, but we just need to do it. So my feeling is that there's a bit of a change in mood from, kind of sharing stuff that we're doing to actually pushing for stuff we should be doing. I felt that today, so hopefully there's something new happening. SDN is a great audience because it's not an audience. It's like a group of friends that are all practitioners, that all have something to contribute, and the more we can foster that and tap into it and sort of more get into a dialogue and facilitate discussion, like we also tried to do, I think that is really good. And probably it doesn't stop here. I think a lot of the dialogue will play out in Touchpoint magazine and in other things that the network provides. So I think it's not about the talk, it's about everything before and after.